The real reason why 90% of agents fail. Well, actually the statistic is within the first 5 years, 87% of real estate agents will fail within the first 5 years. According to the National Bureau of Statistics of Labor, something like that, they say that on average, most businesses will fail 50% after 5 years. So you have a 37% higher chance of failing in real estate than in any other profession. Why is that? Well, first of all, the one reason I believe is that the barrier to entry to get into real estate is super easy, right? In other words, it takes like 600 hours to get your cosmetology license, but only 35 hours, I believe it was, or maybe it's 135 hours to get your real estate license. I mean, it doesn't take you long at all to get your real estate license. Everyone thinks it's so easy. Also, it is one of the most competitive industries because the barrier to entry to get your license is so simple, right? Which is crazy to me because if you think about doctors, attorneys, and lawyers, they go to school for all these years. They have hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt. And when I was selling real estate full-time, I made way more money than any doctor, attorney, or lawyer that I knew. But it was because I was specialized in what I was doing. So the reason why most agents fail is they do not take their industry seriously. They do not educate themselves on how to be innovative and how to be different and how to truly serve at a different level and do things that everyone else is not doing. The thing about real estate is that you are valued as a commodity, okay? What's a commodity? A commodity is something it's replaceable, it's interchangeable, it's replicatable, and it's easy to copy, right? Everyone's doing it. When you are a commodity doing what everyone else is, the only thing that you have that to differentiate yourself is to lower your commission, right? To drop your prices. And the problem with that is that you are always going to have somebody that's gonna drop their prices even lower than what you're able to do, which means that you're in this never-ending battle of commission wars. So what is the opposite of that? The opposite of that is doing things completely differently than everyone else is doing, right? So for example, when I go on a listing appointment and somebody says, you know, Krista, the last agent said that marketing is not important at all. I'm like, I really appreciate that they said that to you. But the bottom line is, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, that is just not true. And here is why. I talk about and then show them, here's some statistics that I created from 2021, right? And in 2021, I took all the houses in Brentwood in a certain city that sold, and I said any house that sold in Brentwood under an acre, and I showed the average list price and the median list price, and then I compared what mine were. And let me tell you, we sold our properties between 16 and 18% higher than our competitors, which averaged around $166,000 more that we got for our sellers from those guidelines. And mind you, it was over 20 properties just that met that criteria in that one city, and we were able to show not just from one property, but over 20 of them that we were able to on average get 16 to 18% more. And I explain that and show that, and I talk about things that most agents are not talking about. While most agents are talking about doing things like broker's tour and open houses and all these things, I'm discrediting that and saying why broker's tour does not work, why open houses are absolutely ineffective, and explaining the difference of what it is that we're doing, how we're utilizing video and social media and digital marketing to get hundreds of thousands of eyes on their property, how to get thousands of engagements, how to get hundreds of hours of watch time on every single video property tour that we create, and how that affects the seller. We let them know that according to the National Association of Realtors, 67% of buyers will walk through a home that they see online. And then I compare that to like open house, where maybe all your neighbors and looky-loos come in to eat your donuts and to look at, what your decorations are. Or I'm putting your property in front of people where they're actually looking. And where do people start their search? Well, 98% of people start their search online, and they start their search on average 3 to 6 months before they're ready to take action. So it's my job, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, to put your house in front of sellers and in front of buyers when they're looking really early on, and then I can target people and retarget people that were looking at properties that were 4-bedroom, 2-bath homes like you're selling right now, that were looking 3 to 6 months ago, because now they're actually ready. And then I showed them all this data about what we're doing online, how digital marketing works, how we're able to target people, how we're able to retarget people, how we're doing things like the way buyers are looking. The bottom line is, and we all know it, that if you're holding an open house, you're holding an open house not for the seller, you're holding it open for you. You want to meet the neighbors, you want to meet the looky-loo buyers that have not been qualified yet, that hopefully haven't already gotten snatched up by other agents. That's why you do them. It's the exact same thing with broker's tour. And I explain this to the seller. You know what they say? They go, oh my gosh, I didn't want to do open houses anyway. And yeah, broker's tour, like we all know when you're doing broker's tour, what are you doing? You're calling your agent friends and saying, please come to the house so you can leave your card and I can show the seller that I actually am doing something. Well, everyone's doing that. The reason why most real estate agents fail is they're not willing to invest in their education. They're not willing to invest in differentiating themselves and being unique and being different and absolutely offering value. What's the difference from being a commodity? It is truly to have a unique selling proposition, okay? Before I even show up to a listing appointment, and I will tell you last year we did, I think $1,500,000 and $560,000 of gross real estate commissions that we took in. I am a full-time coach now, so I don't talk to any sellers or any buyers. I've taught my brother to be me. He comes in acting as me, right? He's my representation. And we utilize my system, my process, my strategy on how we market properties. I am the face of the business and I manage making sure everyone's doing the process and the strategy. And so we were able to do that kind of commission without me ever even speaking to a seller or a buyer or going on a listing appointment or meeting with a buyer or seller, because what we offer is so unique and so different, and our content is helping us win before we arrive. What does that mean? That means we're creating content, we're showing, not telling, what we do with our properties, how we market ourselves, how we are so different, and how that difference actually affects their bottom line. They are learning about that and they know about that before I even show up to the door. Meaning, I am winning before I arrive. I'm positioning myself as the expert, showing that I'm absolutely different, and in turn, I'm also developing a relationship with them, right? So before I even get there, they already have sort of made up their mind they want to work with me, and they already know me, like me, and trust me. I've broken down their barriers. I position myself as the authority. I've shown my unique value add. So what happens? Commission does not come up. Stop lowering your commission. Start increasing your knowledge. Start increasing your value add. Start doing things differently. If everyone else is saying to do open houses and cold call and door knock, I say don't do any of that and start utilizing video and social media and digital marketing and doing things that other agents just are not doing. And then I show the result of that. That is why, my friends, most real estate agents are not making it in this industry. And let me just tell you something. If you are willing to invest in the skill and the knowledge, okay, to actually truly position yourself as different, you can make a significant amount of money in real estate, more than any doctor or attorney or lawyer. In fact, one strategy, just one, a digital marketing strategy that we utilize where people raise their hand and say, I would like you to give me a listing, market analysis of my home. Just that one strategy resulted in 48 closed seller transactions in a 12-month period, resulting in $760,000 in real estate commissions, okay? So the bottom line is this: learn to be different. Learn to be unique. Do not just be a commodity. Do not let the only thing that you're able to do is reduce your commission. Increase your value, increase your education, increase your knowledge, increase your skill. That is how you can become one of the not 13% that make it, but one of the top 1% of agents that do, 99% of the business. That's how you do it. I hope this is helpful. Krista Mashore here with Krista Mashore Coaching. And remember, when you do what you love, people love what you do. So if this is helpful, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching my video. You can learn more about how to be a successful real estate professional by watching other videos that I have. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. And as always, make it a great home selling and buying day.